So, Mrs. Breen, what classroom management strategies have you found to be effective as a teacher?
Um, your own. Like they have to be, you can't take people's advice, I guess. So they have to be, and it's trial and error with each class. Like what works for one class is not going to necessarily work for another. So, I mean, you need to have rules. Like, for instance, we can't chew gum, but that's not like a hard and fast. I mean, I'm not going to fight you about your gum. You know, if you're chewing it like a steak dinner, then obviously that it's an issue. You know what I mean? So I think that it works. It's different things for different classes.
Okay. How do you build classroom community in your individual classes?
By talking to them socially more than just teaching them. Um, I mean, I tell them about myself. You know, I tell them stories about myself, and then they tell stories. And I mean, it just kind of like I like standing out in the hallway because then they talk to you as they walk by, and it's silly, like just hey, whatever. But then when they come in, then they know that you know you've talked to them. And I try to talk to each person each day. So sometimes when I'm trying to go through vocab or something, I'll try to make sure I pick on each person, and I'll even say, "Is there somebody I haven't talked to today?" And then they'll all pick out the person I haven't talked to. So you know, just make sure that everybody knows that you know that they're there on a regular basis, even if it's not academic.
Okay. And then, what are important goals that I should have for my students and myself going into teaching?
Growth. No matter what you, no matter what you do, I mean, everybody's going to start off somewhere. So even if they can grow just a little bit, I mean, like in the sophomore class right now, some of them cannot string together sentences to form a paragraph. And so if we can form a paragraph at the end of the semester, even if that's, I mean, it's not significant, a good learning objective for a sophomore class, but it shows that that person has grown. And that's going to be how it is with you too.
Okay. So growth for myself and my students.
Yeah, well, and obviously you have learning objectives for each thing that you teach, but that's going to be particular to each thing, so it can't be, you know, there's no advice to give you for learning objectives, but as long as you can see growth in each kid, I mean, that's what I would look for. I mean, and even from your first to second year, like you'll notice, I mean, if you, even if something's just a little bit easier to teach the second time around, I mean, that's a win.
Okay.
And so, sometimes you just need little wins to make things good, you know what I mean?
So the familiarity is going to help out a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you.
Glad we had this time together.
Yeah. It's been great.